So, a quick note for this specific reading. Some of you are already fully in this main character energy and role within the story of your life. Others of you are still coming into this main character energy and role fully within the story of your life. Either way, the messages will still apply. Just take it as it resonates depending on where you are in your journey. Now, welcome back to Butterfly Effect Tarot. My name is Lorraine, and today's topic, as previously mentioned, is what is your main character energy and role within the story of your life? There are three piles. The timestamps for each pile will be in the description box and the comment section below. If the readings resonate, please feel free to like, subscribe, let me know in the comments. And if interested, after this reading, you can return to my channel for other topics, other videos, and other readings. As always, sending a shout out to the subscribers. I appreciate the support, the returning viewers. I appreciate your support as well. And other than that, let's go ahead and get into each of your messages. Welcome to your reading pile one regarding what is your main character energy and role within the story of your life. So I've already pre-shuffled and pulled 5 cards. I'm going to identify the cards that came out and then we're going to get into the message. So the first card out for you is the High Priestess. It's followed by the Six of Wands, which is followed by the Seven of Wands. And then we have the Star card. And then the final card out for you is the Emperor. Bottom of the deck energy is the Sun. So there are quite a few different main character energies coming through for this pile. I'm going to first get into the main energy that's coming through, and then we'll get into the others. So with this High Priestess card and this Six of Wands starting the read, this would suggest to me that you are someone who is private, someone who moves in silence. You're someone who's very focused on your spiritual growth, very focused on healing and transforming the shadow aspects of yourself and aligning, on a spiritual level. With the Six of Wands coming out after, this would suggest to me that you are also someone who has balanced out focusing and growing spiritually, but also implementing focus and growth in your material world for your success, your dreams, your goals. Because with the High Priestess card, this is someone who's self-aware. This is someone who has a lot of inner wisdom, a lot of inner knowledge, and someone who is divinely guided and has a strong alignment with the divine, with the higher power. So you are someone who's very intuitive and you seek your guidance for your next moves and for your perspectives from a higher source. So you're not someone who looks at societal norms or allows society or other people to tell you who you are or to tell you what you should be doing or what is necessary for you to be accepted. You're not necessarily someone out here seeking validation from others. You seek validation from yourself and from the divine, from higher source. You do not seek validation from the world. Okay. With the High Priestess, this is someone who trusts themselves because you've worked on yourself. You've faced the shadow aspects of yourself. You've healed what you needed to heal, and you've aligned yourself in a way where your intuition is loud and you're able to tap into it when necessary. Okay. Now with the Six of Wands coming out after, you could be someone that goes into a hermit mode with this High Priestess, right? But with the Six of Wands, when people see you again after not seeing you for a while, you're someone who has changed somehow. So you're someone who may have went through some sort of a glow up, right? It could be your skin, it could be your hair, it could be your career, it could be, a college degree. It's just something about you is always different. Something about you or your life is always improving. So, and people can see this even if they don't tell you, because with the Six of Wands, this is a card of public recognition. It's a card of victory, success, and fame. It's a card of being seen, whether this is on a big level or a small level. But when people, don't see you for weeks, months, years, the next time they do see you, you've changed, but you've changed for the better. And people may not be able to see the process of your transformation. With this High Priestess, people don't see the darkness that you go through. People don't see the struggle that you go through. People don't see the different highs and lows and the hard times that you've had to experience or that you may be experiencing to get to the Six of Wands victory and success. However, when they see you again, you allow your results and your success and the work you've done on yourself to speak for itself. You do not tell people what you're doing or what you're working on. You let people see the success of it. So again, this could be done because with the Seven of Wands coming out after the Six of Wands, you have experienced a lot of opinions. You could be this way because people have always maybe critiqued you, criticized you, or people have had an opinion about who you are, who they think you are, who they think you should be, what you should be doing. Any little thing about you, people could have something to say. Because with the Seven of Wands energy, this is like a warrior. So this would be like a card of someone who's defending themselves, protecting their energy, protecting their dreams, their goals, their passions, protecting their spiritual energy. So you are someone who's had to do this, which is why now you've learned the art of staying to yourself and moving in silence and allowing people to see the results and the fruits of your labor once the work is done. It also allows you to protect your faith. It allows you to protect the hope that you have in yourselves. It allows you to maintain strong while you go through the difficult process of transformation in yourself and in your career. There's a beautiful balance here, if I haven't mentioned it already, of 5D and 3D, so spiritual and material. With this High Priestess and this Six of Wands, you're someone who, again, you're very focused and driven to grow spiritually and to keep a strong connection with the higher power. However, you're also someone with the Six of Wands that is equally as focused on your material. You do not neglect one over the other. You have found a beautiful balance, or you, as the main character in your story, this is what you're working to do right now. Okay. The Star card comes out after the Seven of Wands, another card of spirituality. So, again, one of your main character energies and roles in the story of your life is spirituality, very spiritual. You are someone who may go through a lot of spiritual death and rebirths, especially because the sun is at the bottom of the deck. And this is another card of rebirth and spirituality. It's a card of success. The Star card, as I mentioned earlier, is a card of rejuvenation. So yes, in the story of your life, you have probably have to transform a lot. You've constantly maybe found yourself in dark night of the souls, constantly, going into different careers, different majors, constantly changing and growing, constantly having to maybe have a lot of periods of downtime or periods of struggle, but you always rise up. And every time you rise up, it's like it's better than before, especially with the Emperor coming out at the end of the read. Now, the High Priestess comes out in the beginning, right? So this is divine feminine energy. And then you have the Emperor at the end, divine masculine. That's very interesting to me. This would suggest, again, you're someone who has a beautiful balance of masculine and feminine energy. But with the High Priestess coming out first and then the Emperor at the end, you may have had to or are currently evolving into this Emperor energy. Because when you have the High Priestess working on yourself, growing spiritually, and then you move into the Seven of Wands at the center of learning to defend yourself and your belief system and your goals and dreams, and then the Emperor at the end, you're someone who has had to maybe step into your power and authority. You're someone who may have had to learn how to set boundaries with other people. And again, that would be obviously confirmation of the fact that you stay to yourself, because maybe people have crossed your boundaries with that Seven of Wands card. So in the story of your life, you're someone, again, who has to overcome challenges. You have to overcome naysayers. In the story of your life, you have or are meant to prove people wrong. Because with this Six of Wands coming out with this Seven of Wands, perhaps these people in this Seven of Wands energy who have criticized you or who maybe tried to dim your light, dim your shine, question your spiritual beliefs, question your decisions, these people with the Six of Wands energy will have to see you successful. They'll have to see you being praised. These people may have to be some of the people who then have to celebrate you and have to be honest about the fact that they were wrong. This is in the story of your life, this is your main character. Someone who's had to transform, heal, and evolve into their power, but then you're basically praised for it. Or celebrated is the best word to use here. Because with this sun card at the end, or at the bottom of the deck rather, you're meant to be someone who has a lot of happiness, someone who has a lot of vitality, a lot of joy, a lot of warmth. This is also another card of success and celebration. Yes, in the story of your life, as the main character, your energy, your role is to be celebrated. Someone who is meant to be happy, someone who is meant to maybe go from this dark, struggle energy of having to overcome and rise up, like the phoenix rising from the ashes. So some of you may be late bloomers. Some of you may be people who maybe you have been doubted a lot, like with the Seven of Wands. Maybe you have been energies who have doubted yourselves because maybe it's taken so long, or you find yourself getting 10 steps ahead just to get back, just to get knocked back, 3 more steps. So you're someone who maybe the climb and the rise to success has been difficult or is feeling difficult right now. But what's the saying? To whom much is given, much is required. And this is requiring you to do a lot of inner work and transformation, because with this emperor, this sun, this star, the six of wands, a lot of you are meant to be seen. And I get the vibe that some of you are either right now in this moment not comfortable with the idea of having to be in the spotlight, to be the star with the star card out here, to be this in this sun energy, the brightest light in the sky, with the six of wands, public recognition. Yeah, some of you may not be comfortable with this right now, or maybe you haven't at some point in your life, because with the high priestess and seven of wands, this is a protective energy. This is someone who likes to be in their own, world, in their own space, in their own bubble to themselves, because it protects them and it keeps them safe from other people and the negative energies in the world. However, as you evolve into this emperor energy and find this balance with this star card coming out with this emperor, you are someone who is going to find yourself comfortable with being celebrated. You're going to find yourself comfortable with standing in the spotlight. With the high priestess and the six of wands, some of you, perhaps your success is tied to something spiritual, something healing. It could be something that is innately you, right? Because with the high priestess, she trusts herself. So some of you, you have a spiritual gift, some sort of healing gift. There's something that you were divinely blessed with, and that you've developed and nurtured throughout your inner being, that you're meant to give to the world, right? You're meant to give this to the public in some way or another, whether this is on a big level or a small level. Because with the high priestess being inner knowledge, wisdom, growth, evolution, and then the six of wands coming out of public recognition, people are meant to see and know you for this spiritual gift. People are meant to know you as this transformative, as this transformative energy. So you could also be someone who, in the story of your life, you're meant to be very well sought after for advice, for wisdom, for knowledge. You're meant to be someone that's very well respected, someone that is very highly regarded, because you have the high priestess and then you have the emperor. These are two of the, especially with the emperor being the most respected in the hierarchy. Like, this is basically the top. Not only are you meant to be someone that's viewed as a leader on a spiritual and knowledgeable level, but also on a material level. So again, something about your spiritual essence, something about who you are. There's a gift or ability or some sort of a knowledge and wisdom that you innately have. You've developed this, you've learned this, or this has always been something in you that you have nurtured throughout your life. This is probably what's meant to put you in that six of wands and that emperor energy. And as I stated, some of you, not all of you, but some of you may not like to be seen. You may like to sit in the background and observe and just take in information and watch people and read the room. And that's perfectly fine. I enjoy that myself. However, with all of this energy out here, you have a big purpose. Okay, you have a big purpose. And again, whether that's just on a local level or whether that is on a huge platform, only you would know whatever this gift is. Only you would know whatever this ability is that you have. Only you would know this, because it's going to be different for each one of you. Some of you may be great singers, and maybe you're supposed to heal or touch the world and the public in your voice and with your lyrics and your words and melodies. Some of you may be great writers. So, your writing, your words, your intelligence and intellect. Some of you are great speakers. So again, intelligence, intellect, words. Psychologists, therapists. Some of you could be great dancers and you heal through movement. Some of you, again, it could be anything, but this would be something that is innately a part of you. This is something that you did not necessarily have to go to school for. This is something that you were born with and that you've developed and nurtured and watered throughout your lifetime. Okay. So with that being said, I am going to go ahead and leave your reading there. This is very much feeling like the kind of a popular loner type of energy. Yeah, so a lot of you may be a lot of people may know of you and you like it within your family, friend groups, but it's almost like no one truly knows who you are. Yeah. Yeah, you're very much a warrior. I'm very attracted to this energy. It's powerful, but it's like calm at the same time. It's a type of energy because mind you, I just tried to end the reading, but again, it pulled me back in. So again, Master Manifester, your energy is I want to say like I guess the right word to use would be like an enigma, right? Very magnetic. You pull people in, but it's so maybe people might find themselves intimidated by your energy, which is fine. So I get the vibe that because you have this light about you with this high priestess energy here, people who are meant to basically be healed with your light or who are meant to come into your energy to, benefit from your light may not be intimidated by you, right? These people may be able to come to you because they mean you no harm. But with this Seven of Wands and this Emperor energy, this more masculine aspect of you, you are very spiritually protected, right? And your energy is protected in this masculine energy too, because the people who do see your light, that masculine energy intimidates them. So they may talk mess and have a lot to say with the Seven of Wands, but it keeps them at a distance, right? It protects them, it protects you from them because they can see the light, but they're intimidated by the power of it. Whereas people who are not intimidated by the power of your light, they're drawn to it. This is really good energy. You could attract a lot of broken energies or people that are just trying to find themselves. And as they say, you people find, you go into the light and you can see, right? But I guess your thing here is you're someone who may have found your light by going through the dark. Yeah, this is such a powerful energy, very powerful. The story of your life, if you because some of you are going to be on a different timeline here, but with the story of your life, you are meant to overcome. It's almost like I said earlier about you being the late bloomer, the phoenix rising from the ashes. A lot of people may have counted you out. You may have never fit into any group, any dynamic in your life, but you've never fit in because you've always been meant to stand out. So I'm going to leave your reading there. And if it resonated, please feel free to like, subscribe, let me know in the comments. And if interested, you can go ahead and return to the channel for other topics, other videos, and other readings. Thank you. Welcome to your reading pile 2 regarding what is your main character energy and role within the story of your life. So I've already pre-shuffled and pulled your cards. I generally pull 5, but 6 came out. So we'll go ahead and identify those and then get into the message. So the main card out for you is the Ace of Wands. It's followed by the Knight of Wands, which is followed by the Wheel of Fortune. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles, followed by the Six of Cups. The final card out is the Five of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck energy is the Nine of Cups. So there's a couple of messages here. The main character energy that's coming through here, the main character energy that's coming through here is you are someone who is passionate. You could have an energy that is very intense, very deep, very magnetic. You could be attractive. You could be very you could have sex appeal. You could have like this even if you don't see it, you may find people that are intensely drawn to you, addicted to your energy because of how intense and passionate and powerful it is. You're someone that is very driven. You're driven to succeed, but especially with this reading, with the Ace of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and then the Wheel of Fortune, this would suggest to me that you are someone who is very focused on achieving and fulfilling your purpose and destiny here. You're someone who is very you're someone who takes immediate action. With the Ace of Wands, this is usually like the urge to create, like a passion project, a new beginning. And then it goes straight into the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is the most fastest moving energy in the deck. So for it to come out right after the one, that means that you're someone that as soon as you realize a goal, tap into, this creative energy in you that you desire, you take immediate action. And with this Wheel of Fortune, you trust that you will be successful. With the Knight of Wands energy, this is not someone who is concerned with failing. This is not usually someone that sits on the sidelines and just sits and waits and ponders on the what if. This is someone who's going to go and find out what it is. Not what if, what it is. What will it be? And you trust that it's meant to be something successful. And I say that because with the Wheel of Fortune coming out in the upright, this is a card of destiny. It's a card of purpose. This is a card of inevitable fate, good luck, good karma. It's in the upright. So you're someone that when you pursue your goals, you do so with a positive energy. You do so with the mental mindset that you will be successful, that you will achieve this. Now, with this Nine of Pentacles coming out afterwards, you could be someone that is very focused on financial stability and on self-love and self-contentment. Now, this could be because with this Six of Cups and this Five of Pentacles, you did not have this growing up. There may have been a lot of lack mindset. There could have been a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, a lot of worry. There could have been situations where you didn't have enough money. So it created an unhappy environment, maybe for you and those around you, because there was never enough. So energy and was going towards, making sure there was enough, different ways to create enough. And not enough energy was going towards being happy and loving and kind and peaceful and patient. So there was not a lot of contentment, maybe. You could have been in toxic dynamics within your environment growing up and in your past. And so essentially that may have been what sparked this flare in you that you would not live through that as an adult. So you have this fire, this passion, this drive, and this determination to achieve this Nine of Pentacles energy of being financially abundant, financially free, financially independent. Someone who works hard, puts in the work, and you get the fruits of your labor, never having to worry about money, bills, or anything in the material world. But then again, we also have the Nine of Cups at the bottom. This is having self-love, self-contentment, satisfaction, being able to sit back and just enjoy life and enjoy what makes you happy and just having fun. This is a card of pleasure. Okay, so this again would suggest to me that you're someone who, again, growing up, there was not a lot of stability and there was not a lot of happiness and time to just sit and rest. So with this Ace of Wands and Knight of Wands, this would suggest that you are someone who may be desiring to achieve your goals and to reach this Nine of Pentacles energy as quickly as you can so that you can settle down in this Nine of Cups and be at peace. No fears, no worries, no doubts. Okay. So maybe you're not someone who makes a lot of time for fun, right? Maybe you're not. And if you do have fun, it's like you go and jump right back into work or right back into creating and right back into focusing on building that Nine of Pentacles for yourself. It's like you're not going to stop until you get that Nine of Pentacles. It's like this fire in you that may have built and grew over the years of having to go through this Five of Pentacles energy of loss and lack and watching the people around you go through it and knowing that you did not want to live that type of life because you may associate a lack of wealth and a lack of money and stability with being unhappy because that's what you experienced with the Six of Cups in your childhood, in your past, in your family. So maybe you're someone who is meant to be like a first time millionaire within your lineage, right? It's the first one to have financial freedom, the first business owner, the first person to, start a creative endeavor or business that is successful, the first person in your family to have more than enough money and to be able to just sit back with this Nine of Cups and actually enjoy life. And with this Ace of Wands and this Knight of Wands energy, you are not going to rest till you get it. In the story of your life, your main character energy and role is someone that pushes through and pushes through and overcomes every obstacle, every challenge, anything that comes up against you. You push through it because with this Wheel of Fortune, a lot of you feel and know that you're destined for this Nine of Pentacles. A lot of you may have always knew ever since you were younger that you were not meant to live in poverty. You were not meant to live with stress, worry, and struggle. That's not the life for you. You don't see it that way based on this reading. A lot of you feel like your destiny, your purpose, your fate in this world, in this life is to have more than enough wealth to take care of yourself and not have to rely on others and to be able to sit down and relax and enjoy life and be happy and content because maybe you've never experienced that because the environment never created that dynamic. The environment you were in never created the opportunity to be at peace because everyone around you was so unhappy, and you being in that energy meant that you fed off that unhappiness, and maybe that created a certain level of anger or a dissatisfaction in you that you feed off of, and it fuels you, which is a good way to use that energy. That is a good way to use that energy, to transmute that type of energy from that lack, that poverty, that dissatisfaction, that perhaps toxic dynamic and environment into something that you use to overcome that and change your fate or end generational cycles of lack and toxicity. That is a wonderful way to try. And to go from the ace to the knight, you're more than likely going to do this. Based on this reading, yes. Especially with the Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck, and he's sitting down, content, happy, and joyous, having all his wishes come true. Yeah, some of you may have already achieved this. This is your main character energy and role. Someone that is driven, someone that is fired up, someone that is determined to achieve everything that they know they deserve. And you feel like this is destined for you. You may feel like someone who was meant to break this generational cycle. Maybe if those before you haven't done it, you feel like it's on you. And you may feel this way because the fire in you is so intense and because you're so unrelenting towards this. It's like, that's why with this Knight of Wands, you may push through without any concerns or fears, because in your soul, with this Wheel of Fortune, this is fated. This is meant for you. That's probably why you're showing up with this energy of someone who's not willing to give up or quit, because all you have to do is put in this work and not stop, and you're going to get it. Some of you, again, may have already gotten to this Nine of Pentacles and Nine of Cups energy. But this is really good energy. I like this. This is really good energy. This is going to be, this is the type of story that would end with success. You kind of see the character go through this experience of watching their parents and the other people around them struggle to pay bills, lights going off, maybe not having enough food, everyone unhappy, everyone stressed out and depressed because they're so focused on money, so focused on bills, so focused on responsibilities, and making sure there's a balance there, that there's not enough time to focus on what they enjoy, what makes them happy, what fulfills them, right? And you've watched people go through this, and you've watched people grow old and maybe not achieve anything that their heart has desired, even if they could have done so, even if they had the ability and the know-how, or maybe if they had the skill set for it, they never did it, right? You're looking to change that with this Wheel of Fortune. And this Wheel of Fortune would, again, give me the idea that this could be a generational pattern breaker. This energy would suggest you're someone that's meant to break this cycle, or you're someone that is driven and focused on doing so, if you haven't already. Okay. So, also really quickly, some of you, this could also be for your family, right? This could be that you're wanting to break this cycle for the people around you who may have never been able to have this Nine of Cups happiness and contentment and ease in their life. And you want to create that for them. And a lot of you want to create this so that when you do have your own family, some of you may already have a family now and you're doing this for them. Others of you, this is for when you have a family, you want to make sure that you create a better environment for your lineage and for your children and your family than the one that was created for you, so that they never have to know that Five of Pentacles energy. They'll automatically know self-sufficiency, passion, drive, determination. Nine of Cups, happiness, contentment, self-love. So you could also be someone that is going to heal or has already worked through healing. Okay. But either way, I am going to go ahead and leave your message there. If it resonated, please feel free to like, subscribe, let me know in the comments. And if interested, you can return to the channel for other topics, other videos, and other readings. Thank you. Welcome to your reading pile 3 regarding what is your main character energy and role within the story of your life. So I've already pre-shuffled and pulled 5 cards. We're going to identify those cards, and then we're going to go ahead and get into your reading. So the first card out for you is the Six of Wands, which is followed by the Hanged Man. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles, which is followed by the Ten of Wands. And the final card out for you is the World. Bottom of the deck energy is Temperance. So there's quite a few different energies out here. For this pile, I'm going to say that you would know which timeline you're on within your story. But either way, whether you're at the end and you've already, gotten to this world energy and success, or whether you're in the middle, take it as it resonates. You would know how this applies. But either way, it's going to apply for both groups. When it comes to this group, your main character energies are that of hard work, diligence, someone who is patient, or someone who has had to learn patience within the story of your life, someone who is very much focused on victory and success in your career, in your life, but especially in your finances. You may be someone who at one point in your life or currently is so hardworking that you basically have become or are a workaholic. Somebody is very focused on building to a 10 of Pentacles, but it could be so much so that you are not focused on or were not focused on your spiritual growth as much, or maybe there was an imbalance. Because we have Temperance at the bottom of the deck, which suggests a need for balance. We have the Hanged Man coming out between the Six of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles, suggesting again, this is a card of pausing, letting go, a card of releasing control. So perhaps you're someone where one of your energies is you like to be in control, you like to be in charge, you like to know when, where, how, why, your success is going to come, you're going to get your victory, because you are someone that's hardworking. So you put in so much energy, so much hard work, you've taken on so many burdens, and maybe your life story is one where you've had to be extremely resilient, you've had to be extremely patient, you've had to put in overwhelming amount of hard work, you've had to take on other people's responsibilities and burdens, you've had to deal with your own, and it's been hard for you to find this balance, right? Because maybe you're so tired and exhausted mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, financially, from having to be in this Seven of Pentacles and putting in all this work by yourself, that you have gotten to a point where you maybe have lost hope, or we're at a point in that position within your story. So your main character energy is someone who essentially, it's kind of giving me the movie The Pursuit of Happiness. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie with Will Smith, where he's basically trying to climb the ladder, he's trying to find success, but he has the responsibility of being a single parent, and then trying to work and still trying to show up as a father, and then still trying to take care of his own mental health, his own emotional health, his own self. But with that 10 of Wands, having too much. The good news is, with the 10 of Wands, this is an ending to burdens and extra responsibilities. And then what comes after that is the world. That's wholeness. That is a successful finish. That is essentially you finding completion and abundance in your spiritual, financial, and every other area of your life. And then with the Temperance at the bottom, this suggests that if you have not already, you are someone where your main character energy is to be balanced, to be, kind of in flow, to allow your success and your victories and wins to come in, to believe and trust in divine timing, but still be diligent and focused on your investing. Because with the Seven of Pentacles, this would suggest that those of you that have not reached your successful finish yet, and you're still grinding to the 10 of Pentacles, you're close, right? Because the Seven of Pentacles is when you are kind of at a state, especially with the 10 of Wands coming out, where you're exhausted. With the Hanged Man, this is you needing to pause. This is you needing to have balance. And one of your main character energies is to become, or you already are, someone who you basically plant the seeds, you water the seeds, and you allow things to come to you. You basically allow the world to come to you without you having to try to force it to happen. Because maybe this 10 of Wands energy put you in a position where you felt so exhausted also, because you were too focused on the outcome of things in your life, right? So we become main characters through whatever experiences we go through in our life, and all of us are on different paths. In this group, you will all more than likely have a similar dynamic, but maybe your stories are a little different. But either way, we become main character energies by evolving, right? So for you, your main character energy would be in the story of your life, somebody that is, again, hardworking, somebody that is successful, somebody that is victorious, somebody that has public recognition. You are someone who wants to be known for your success. You want to be known as someone who built your way all the way up from the bottom to the top. And you again could be impatient, because with this 10 of Wands, you wanted the control, the outcome, which is probably why you've worked so hard. You became hardworking because you wanted to get to that 10 of Pentacles so quickly, because you wanted that 6 of Wands success as quickly as possible. And mind you, Wands is fast moving energy. So with the 6 of Wands coming out as the victory and success card for you, that means that you wanted this success immediately, right? Even though you're hardworking, even though you're willing to put in the work, you feel like the fruits of your labor have not always matched up with how much you've put in. You could have invested a lot of your time in your work, in your career, in people, in yourself, in your own personal growth. And every time you look around, it's like you haven't moved, the needle, not even an inch, right? And it could have you feeling again overwhelmed, because now you may be, or you may have been in a position where you felt like all of your hard work was in vain, and you could have went through moments where you wanted to quit. But like I said, Wands is fast moving energy. So with the 10 of Wands coming up before the World card, that's an ending of extra responsibility. That's an ending of being overwhelmed, of being tired, of being exhausted, of being burdened down with all of these extra things that and all of this fear and anxiety of when, where, how, and why. At what point will I have my victory? At what point will this hard work pay off? And with the World card, you get to that very quickly. So again, a lot of you may have already overcome this energy, and you are now the main character where you are showing up in temperance energy. You are showing up in the Six of Wands energy of victory and success. You are known for being somebody who built their way up to the top. You're known as somebody who is laid back and easygoing, but still hardworking and resilient. And for others of you, this is your main character energy, and this is the energy you will continue to evolve into. And you working hard and learning to release control and trust in divine timing, learning to trust in the work that you're putting in, learning to trust that things are meant to be when they are meant to be. That is not easy. Okay. I'm speaking from personal experience. It's not easy. However, your main character energy is to embody this. Okay. And most of you are probably already embodying this. Others of you already have this in you at your core, but it is something that you are still developing to get to the world, to get to the success in your spiritual, financial, and every other aspect of your life. Balance, temperance, ease, comfort, balancing out your spiritual essence and putting as much energy and focus on your spiritual growth and on your current present moment happiness, living in the moment and finding joy and happiness in the moment, and putting as much energy into that as you have put into your pinnacles, into your coins, into your businesses, into your career, into grinding and hustling and building up your money. There needs to be a balance. And I think for you, your main character energy is to strike that balance, is to evolve into that if you haven't already. But either way, this is already in you, right? Which is why you are so resilient, which is why no matter how much burdens you've endured and how many times your success has been delayed with this Six of Wands and this Hanged Man energy and Seven of Pentacles, you continue to push forward. Even if you've had times where you quit, your main character energy is you're someone who's resilient. You're someone who keeps pushing because you are determined to have the world in your hands. You're determined to have your Six of Wands victory and success. You're determined to be known as someone who built their way up on their own, who's independent, who's hardworking, and someone who has basically earned their keep, right? Someone who's independent. So you may be someone who doesn't like to rely on other people. And that could also be another main character energy. You're very much an independent person. So being in a position where you're putting in this hard work because you don't want to fall off or you don't want to end up not having enough to where you do have to rely on others or you do have to kind of accept situations, circumstances that do not serve you and that only hinder you even more with this Ten of Wands. But with that being said, with the World card, I'm going to say it again. Some of you have already achieved this balance and you've already achieved this success and you're continuously growing, evolving, and building more success for yourself, spiritually and financially. For those of you that have yet to get here, you're close. Based on this energy, you're close because the Seven of Wands, that is when you're almost at the finish line. And the World card is a card of completion, especially when it comes out after the Ten of Wands. That means that the burdens, they end quickly, right? Because the Ten of Swords is an ending of a painful ending of a situation, circumstance, and it's quick energy because Swords energy can be very swift. However, Wands is the fastest moving energy in the deck. So it's suggesting that once you learn balance, or at some point in your story, you've had to learn balance and embody this main character energy of someone that has balanced spiritual and material, and also balance hard work with living in the moment. But that could have came quickly, right? You could have went through this long drawn out road, and then all of a sudden, maybe at one point, as soon as you released and let go, you got the world, you got the success, right? But it could have taken time to get there because Seven of Wands is slow moving energy, and then having to pause and surrender. Yeah, this may not have been an easy road. Like I said, this kind of energy is reminding me of the movie where the main character Will Smith had to kind of have his success delayed a lot, but at some point he learned to release and let go. He learned to just live in the moment. He learned to just trust in divine timing, no matter how it looked. And there were times where he did struggle with that. But ultimately, well, I can't tell you the end of the movie. But this energy is kind of giving me that vibe for your story, the story of your life. This is reminding me of that story in that movie, in that main character. It's remind this energy, your main character energy would be similar to Will Smith's main character energy in that movie. Okay. So I am going to leave your reading there. If it resonated, please feel free to like, subscribe, let me know in the comments. And if interested, you can return to the channel for other topics, other videos, and other readings. Thank you.